A good idea that you believe in is hard to come by, but I believe that every idea is an idea worth thinking more about. And if at first it's not a good idea, then it can lead up to a good idea. In filmmaking, one of the hardest parts by far is coming up with a good idea. You can't really just say, I'm going to sit here and come up with an idea. And that doesn't mean that you don't have any good ideas. It just means that you're going to have to try a different approach to conjure them out of your head. I never get ideas when I just decide to think about filmmaking ideas. I get them when I'm in the shower, at school, and especially when I'm falling asleep. They come when you're not thinking about coming up with ideas, but rather when you're focused on something else. And you'll be doing something or learning something or experiencing something, and all of a sudden you'll just think, wow, this would be a great film idea. And I believe it's as simple as that. You cannot force yourself into coming up with a great idea. The ideas come to you. Start trying out new things in your life so that you have more experiences to generate more ideas. Start doing things that you normally wouldn't do. But while you're doing all these things, keep the question in the back of your head. Would this be a good film idea? And when you do get an idea, be sure to write it down. I always stop what I'm doing and make sure to get down everything I just thought up. I usually just use a notepad app that I downloaded onto my phone, and that works out pretty well. Once you have a basic idea, the next step is to start building and forming it into a more realistic, manageable, and well thought out idea. Make sure you can realistically pull off your idea. If you thought of making a super crazy action movie, which we all have, with lots of guns and explosions, maybe consider bringing the idea or story down to a smaller scale. For example, if you thought of making a movie about a fictional war in the present, and you can't pull off making a full-fledged war action movie, maybe write your script about a family or an individual affected by the war, or playing a smaller part in the grand scheme of things, so that you don't have to show any explosions or action directly. You can just focus on having a character, or a few characters, react to the chaos of war in their house, or at their school. Next, start asking people about your idea. Ask your friends, ask your family, and ask everyone that you can, without being too random about your idea. Even if they're not a filmmaker or a scriptwriter, everyone can have some input. And while you're listening to your friend drone on about what they think would make your idea better, something in your head might spark on how to make the idea better yourself. Maybe a friend has an okay idea on how to make it better, and you're not really agreeing with it, but it in return leads to you thinking of a way to make your idea better. Listen to people, because even if they don't have an idea that you're exactly enthusiastic about, it could build up into an idea that you're totally hyped about. If you're talking to people about your idea and exploring things that you could change about it, then eventually you'll come to a variation of your idea that you're happy with, and you think that you can pull off. And don't spend too much time on your idea and overthink it, because at some point you've got to make your idea a reality. And that's the hard part. Thanks for watching. My name's DeOpsomer, and I'll be back next week.